guys, today I'm going to show you how to clean your brushes. I do have an older video on this, which pretty much I haven't really changed things that much at all, but I just kind of wanted to simplify it, and I know that it's a very old video and I know that not nearly all of you have seen it, so I get a lot of questions about it, so I thought that it would be appropriate to do kind of an updated one. So I think that the key to keeping your skin clear and keeping your brushes at their best, because we all know that brushes are expensive and they are worth investing in because they will last forever if you take good care of them. Maybe not forever, but there are some things to definitely remember that will keep them their best, and it will keep all the bacteria off your skin and blah blah blah. So I'm going to clean a few different brushes that you can kind of see, so that you can see them come clean. I'm going to clean one like this. It's white, like an eyeshadow brush, and then, you know, a brush like this. But now you don't have to make a big deal about it. I think that the problem that most people run into, and this is like years ago, I used to hate washing mine because I would find that, you know, I'd go to the sink, I'd use shampoo, I'd use whatever, and it would be ridiculous. I'd use brush cleaner, whatever, and it would be ridiculous. I'd have to wash all my brushes, and then I'd have to leave them all out overnight so they'd dry. Some of them still wouldn't be dry. You know, it's just it's a hassle, which that's still good to do occasionally, but you don't have to feel like you have to do that big production every time you clean your brushes. You can take a tissue, usually like once every few days with face brushes, once every week with your eye brushes. It's good to kind of use this cleaning method, and you could do it completely without water. At my vanity, I definitely like to always have a box of tissues, just to wipe your hands off and stuff, but to also clean your brushes with. So you're going to take a tissue, and you're going to take your brush cleaner. My very favorite one that I prefer over any other is the MAC brush cleanser. This is a brand new bottle of it. Figured I'd just bust this one out because my old one has like barely enough in it, I think, to even make it through this. So what you do is you're not going to pour it directly onto the brush. That's just going to waste a lot of this, and if you've used this before, you know that it can kind of go fast. You're going to pour it just on a corner of your tissue like that. Take your brush. I'm going to do this eyeshadow brush first, and these are hard to come clean with the white bristles, and you're just going to swirl it all over. It's hard to do this and show you. Just swirl it all over where you've done the wet, you know, where the wet part is on the tissue. And then if you don't want to, and see, look, the brush is already clean. If you don't want to keep going over the dirty spots, then just unfold your tissue, fold it back to a still damp but clean spot, and finish off the brush, and it will be perfectly clean. And as you do that, you don't want to just be like, you know, you want to kind of go with the grain of your brush, which means, you know, like that. Kind of paint it, you know, like you're doing painting strokes, and you can kind of do it faster, but just don't scribble it, but just kind of, you know, do it in little strokes. And then your brush is perfectly clean. This is alcohol based, so it will dry extremely fast, and you can just put it right back in your brush holder. Sometimes if you are desperate to use a certain brush and it's dirty and you need it right away, I could probably go ahead and use this. It's already dry enough to where I could use it on my face and not feel like it's going to make a mess. Same with the larger brush. I'll show you one more example, and then I'll show you how I actually like deep clean my brushes. Now you can actually, with that same little spot, clean several brushes. You can go back with other ones, and, you know, with eye brushes, you know, those are smaller, they'll come clean faster. I'm going to take this one though on a clean section. You just swirl it around. You can kind of see the color coming off, and you can see the bristles coming clean. With these white bristles, that's why I wanted to use these examples, so that you could see how clean the brush was coming. You just kind of go back and forth, just like I was doing. Again, don't press and go, but just kind of, you know, go back and forth like that. And you can kind of swirl it like that to get it into the bristles, and you can see it's almost clean. Unfold it, and it's clean. And then just let it dry. Now you can do this as often as you like with your regular brushes. This does have kind of a brush conditioning agent in it, I think, as well. Agent? That sounds funny. But, you know, it's not going to damage your brushes as long as you know, are gentle when you wash them. Now, especially with face brushes, you definitely should take them to the sink occasionally. I'm pretty lazy with my personal ones. I know that's bad. Maybe like once or twice a month I do it. I know that's probably bad, but I'm really good about doing this, so I can get away with it a little longer, I think. Obviously, if you're a makeup artist and you have a kit, I don't mix up my brushes with the brushes in my kit. I have all those separately because I'm a little harder on mine, and I do, you know, I keep mine dirtier than I would someone's, you know. You definitely, obviously, need to wash them, deep clean them after every time with a product like this as well. And you can even take this with you and put it in a spray bottle. You put it in one of those little travel containers and spray it on the brush if you need it for someone else, or if you need to change the color or something, and you can really clean it with a tissue just like I did if you're in a pinch and you're actually doing a show or doing an event or whatever. When you go to the sink, you don't have to have another product. You can use this. This works perfectly for wet cleansing as well. I was thinking about going to the sink for this, but it's so unnecessary. Cleaning them wet in the sink is even easier than what I just showed you. What you would do, there are a few things to remember when wet cleansing or deep cleansing your brushes at the sink. You want to start off and have a towel ready so that you can lay out the brushes, you know, and you may want to have another towel as well that you can just kind of stamp the brush on before you lay it out, just to get the excess water off. So you want to have a, you know, folded towel so that you can lay them all out to dry. You may not even want to dry them in the bathroom. I will put them out on the thing in the bathroom on the towel, and then I'll bring them into my makeup room and lay them out because I just don't like them sitting in the bathroom. When you go to do this, you don't want to actually put the cleanser on a dry brush. You want to kind of dampen the brush a little bit, and you want to use water that's kind of lukewarm, not too hot and not too cold. You want to rinse the brush downward. If you put the brush under the faucet like this, the water is going to get all down into the ferrule of your brush, which is this right here. I can't pronounce that, ferrule, I just say ferrule. And it will come apart. That's why a lot of people have problems with their brushes separating, because they're not cleaning them properly. And it's a common thing if you clean them incorrectly. So you want to hold it under the faucet just like that, and you'll see some of the, you know, you'll see the makeup coming off. Even though this looks relatively clean, it is actually pretty dirty. This is what I use for my bronzer. You'll see it all come down the sink. And then what you need to do is take a little bit of the cleanser. Like I said, this stuff will go very fast if you're not careful. Put a drip drop in your hand, like that. You probably can't even see. I mean, that was like nothing. And you're going to rub the wet brush in here, and it will make a lather. And with your hand, you can like work it into the brush. Again, you don't want to do that. You want to keep it pointed downward the whole cleaning process. Not only will it help the color rinse out better, because it will be rinsing out in one direction. You won't be like mixing it back in and then back and forth. But again, the water will not ruin your brushes. You should not really ever get the water on these parts of the brush. You can actually take this on a dry tissue. This is the one that I used before. You obviously want it to be clean. And you can just wipe over it to get the germs off and stuff, and any type of makeup or anything. But you definitely don't want to submerge this in water or rinse it under the water faucet. And then you want to take the washcloth that you have and just kind of paint the brush over it, get any excess water out, and then lay it out to dry. I think at Ulta, I forgot what brand it is, but they do have, there is a similar product. I don't remember what brand it is, but it's a brush cleanser, and I think it's alcohol based like this. And I believe it might even come in a larger bottle. So if you don't want to buy the MAC, you can buy that. I believe it is priced similar though, so that's why I just go ahead and get the MAC. But I hope that that was helpful, and that it will help you guys out and not be so afraid of cleaning your brushes and, you know, making it into such a big deal, because it really isn't if you follow those instructions. And your brushes will last for years, and you'll get much better results and a cleaner face. So I hope that that helped you guys, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.